Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
And welcome to the temple. This is a very special Shabbat. It's called the Sabbath of Song, meaning everyone is invited to sing. We are going to hear the beautiful chanting of the crossing of the Sea of Reeds, the Song of the Sea, chanted by our Bat Mitzvah, Nessa Kaplan. And we're going to also hear the words of the Song of Dvorah from the prophet Dvorah, from the Haftarah of our wonderful Bat Mitzvah, Nessa Kaplan. So everyone is invited to participate, to enjoy the beautiful melodies and the beautiful leadership of our Bat Mitzvah. We begin on page 6 as we sing together, Hinei Matov U'Manaim, how beautiful and how wonderful it is to be here together, welcoming Shabbat. Turn now to page 8 to sing together Matovu. Turn now to page 10 for the blessing for studying words of Torah.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshenu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to engage with words of Torah. Adonai our God made the words of your Torah sweet to us and to the house of Israel, your people, that we and our children may be lovers of your name and students of your Torah. We praise you, O God, teacher of Torah to our people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, hamlamed Torah la'amo Yisrael. We continue on page 11. Elu divarim she'ein lachem shi'ur. These are things that are limitless, of which a person enjoys the fruit of the world, while the principle remains in the world to come. They are honoring one's father and mother, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving early for study, morning and evening, dealing graciously with guests, visiting the sick, providing for the wedding couple, accompanying the dead for burial, being devoted in prayer, and making peace among people. But the study of Torah encompasses them all. Please rise and turn to page 12. Baruch et Adonai Hambarach. Baruch Adonai Hambarach le'olam va'ed. Praise Adonai, to whom praise is due forever. Praise be Adonai, to whom praise is due, now and forever. Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer or uvarei hoshech, oseh shalom uvarei et hakol. Hameir la'aretz, v'ladarim alecha barachamim, uftuvo mechadesh b'chol yom tamid, maseh v'reishit. Ma rabu masecha Adonai, kulam b'chochma asita, mal'ah ha'aretz kinanecha, titbarach Adonai Eloheinu. Al shavach maseh yadecha, va'al marei or she'asita, yifaru chesela. Or hadash al tzion te'ir, v'nizkeach hulanu mehira la'ro. Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzer HaMerot. Please join me on page 13. The world is sunlight, restoring the soul, rejoicing the heart, bringing light to the eyes. More welcome than gold, a Torah from heaven. I have no light to give the morning. My Torah, my special human gift, is words. As I bring my words forth from silence, welcome them, you who redeemed the sun from darkness. Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzer HaMerot. We continue together. O God, inspiration and guide for all, you have spoken 1,000 times for us to hear. In every land and every age, your children have heard you and imagined you in separate ways. And yet, O God, you are one, unifier of humanity. We give thanks for the sages and teachers who bring us understanding of your will. Gratefully we recall the lawgivers and prophets, the psalmists and sages of Israel, and joyfully we remember that from the dawn of Israel's life we would turn to you and find purpose. May the teachings of our ancestors live on in our minds, and their passion for righteousness stir our hearts. Help us to live so that our daily conduct reveals the beauty and wisdom of your truth. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava. Continue with the calling of the Shema on page 14. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Blessed is God's glorious majesty forever and ever.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, kivod, Shem kivod malchuto, le'olam va'ed.
You may be seated. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, b'chol lebavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha, v'chayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levecha. V'shinatam lebanecha v'dibarta bam, v'shivta b'beitecha u'vlektecha v'derech u'v'shokbecha u'humecha. U'kshartam la'ot al yadecha, v'chayu l'totafot bein einecha, u'ktavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha. Lama'an tizkaru v'asitem, et kol mitzvotai v'hiyitem kiroshim le'lochechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeti ethem me'eretz Mitzrayim lehiot lachem le'elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem.
We join together. And you shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And all these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart, shall be in your heart. And you shall teach them diligently unto your children, and you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up, and when you rise up. And you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes. And you shall write them on the doorposts of your house, and upon your gates, and upon your gates, that you may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
Turn to page 15 as we read together. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to live no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace.
Here this is this momentous song of the sea, our song of freedom that we'll hear directly from our Torah just a little bit later. Please join with Nessa and I. Let's try that one more time.
Please rise and turn to page 17 for the tefillah. Adonai sifatai tiftach, ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elokei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elokei Avraham, Elokei Yitzhak, v'Elokei Yaakov, Elokei Sarah, Elokei Rivka, Elokei Rahel, v'Elokei Leah. Ha'el ha'gadol ha'gibor v'hanara el elyon, gomel hasadim tovim, v'konei hakol, v'zocher hasdei abot v'imahot, umevi giula livnei v'nehem, l'ma'an shmo b'ahava. Melech ozer mashiach magain, Baruch atah Adonai, magain Avraham, Bezrat Sarah. We read together on page 19. You are the open door that beckons me in.
Peeking around the door frame, I begin to enter into your glory. You move me forward, O Eternal, to step beyond self-made boundaries. Lift my foot over the threshold that I might abide with you. In the house of the Eternal, I found my questions waiting to be posed. They filled me with wonder. Sit with me, eternal teacher. Encourage my seeking. As I fill my hours with your mitzvot, so shall I be filled. Send me through your door, stretching up to honor your name, sharing out this wonder, enriching myself in the giving. Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives life to all. Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol. Baruch atah Adonai El Kadosh. Please be seated as we invite Ella Zilberman to do a reading on page 21 in the bottom.
The meaning of Shabbat is to celebrate time rather than space. 6 days a week we live under the tyranny of things of space. On Shabbat we try to become attuned to holiness in this time. It is a day on which we are called upon to share in what is time and what is eternal in time, to turn from the results of creation to the mystery of creation, to turn from the world of creation to the creation of the world.
And we join together in singing Yismechu. Turn now to page 23 for the prayer of Shalom. I would like to invite David Kaplan to lead us in the prayer in English.
O God, may we never become complacent, faltering in our effort to build a world of peace. Let the nations know and understand that justice and right are better than dominion and conquest. May all come to see that it is not by might nor by power, but by your Spirit that life prevails. Praised are you, Adonai, who blesses your people Israel with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, havarech et amo Israel b'shalom.
Join together in the words of Oseh Shalom, which are on your supplemental sheet, if you have one. May the one who creates peace on high bring that peace down for us, not only in this room, but for every person throughout the world. Please join with Nessa.
Oseh Shalom, Bimromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael, Vehi Meru, Amen. Oseh Shalom, Bimromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael, Vehi Meru, Amen. Oseh Shalom, Bimromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael, Vehi Meru, Amen.
We take a moment for a silent prayer. bottom of page 23, you find the words of the Misha Berach, the prayer for healing and courage and strength in our lives, in the life of everyone that is dear to us. We name in our hearts those we know that need healing and courage and strength as we sing together those words. We're now at Seder Kriyat Torah, the order of reading from the Torah on Shabbat. I would like to invite Faina's loving family that are going to be part of passing the Torah from one generation to another to join us here on the bima, on the pulpit. Please come, the grandmothers also. And please, everyone else, rise as we turn to page 24 to sing together En Chamocha. Our tradition teaches us that Moses received the Torah on top of Mount Sinai. Moses then passed on the Torah to Joshua, who passed it on to the elders, they passed it on to the prophets, and they passed it on to the people of the Great Assembly. And since the time, that moment, it is going to actually happen in next week's Torah portion, that Moses receives the Torah on top of Mount Sinai, till this amazing moment that Nessa is becoming a bat mitzvah. This Torah has been passed on from one generation to the next, for thousands of years, just waiting for you, Nessa, to receive it. And the beautiful of this midrash is that I heard from Nessa that she actually was waiting for years to receive the Torah. Since the moment of her older brother David's bar mitzvah, she's been waiting that the Torah would be passed on to her. fully realizing what it actually means. It's a symbolic act that carries a message. And the message is that in the Torah, we have our traditions, we have our values, we have the lessons that the stories tell us. And Nessa is so ready with love and with talent to accept the Torah. We are going to symbolically pass the Torah from one generation to the next, from grandparents to parents to an older and he thinks wiser brother, all the way to you, Nessa.
We continue with our Shema on the top of the page. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Gadlul Adonai iti, Uniromema Shemo yachdav. Lecha Adonai hagedula, v'hagevura, v'hatiferet, v'hanetzach, v'hahod. Ki chol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz, ki chol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz. Lecha Adonai hamelacha, v'hamitnaseh l'chol erosh. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, haolam omed. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, haolam omed. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodesh. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodesh. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. I say ki, you say ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai, lai lai lai, lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai For the honor of our first Aliyah, we are going to call to the Bima Mrs. Shelley and Barry Myers. And we are on page... let's find it.
You're on page 27, I think, where you have the blessing before the Torah.
Our God and God of our ancestors, I stand before this sacred assembly proclaiming that I choose to be a part of the people of Israel, a part of its heritage and its fate, bound by its commandments. Give me strength to follow your path and to be a source of pride to my family, my community, and my people. How greatly we are blessed, how good is our portion, how pleasant our lot, and how beautiful our heritage. Blessed we are when we sanctify your name and declare, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one.
We're going to offer the blessing.
Baruch et Adonai HaBarak.
Baruch Adonai Habarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bacharanu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai notein haTorah.
Amen. Nashafta Baruchacha Kisamo Yam Talilu Koferet Tamayim Adirim Mikamocha Bailim Adonai Mikamocha Netar Vakodesh Norata Hilot Osefele Natita Yaminha Tivla Emo Aretz.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai notein haTorah.
Amen. Big hugs and kisses. And for the honor of our second Aliyah, we call Nessa's very, very proud family, mom, dad, and older brother, Faina, Vadim, and David.
Baruch et Adonai HaBarak.
Baruch Adonai Habarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaBarak Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bacharanu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai notein haTorah.
Amen. Amen. Nahita b'chastecha, amzuga alta, echalta va'ozecha, amavei kodshecha, shamo anim, yirgazun, hilachas, yoshvei pelashet, az nifalu, elvei dom, elei mo'av, yohazei mo'ra'af, namogu, kol, yoshvei chenan.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai notein haTorah.
Amen. Give a big hug to your sister. Give a big hug to your So, as the Torah is open, we surround the Torah so that it always is in our presence, its holiness is always in the center of our midst. And you might notice, where did Nessa go? She's sitting down. Why is she sitting down? Well, this is the moment, Nessa, that you've been waiting for since you watched David become a bar mitzvah. And what you're doing is by physically moving from your chair to the Torah, you are physically demonstrating what's called an aliyat ha-nefesh, this elevation of your soul. And as you do that, Nessa, you step into your tradition, your peoplehood, your culture, your heritage, and your community. And you are saying, I am ready to be a young Jewish adult. I'm ready to be an active participant in my community. And in elevating yourself that way, Nessa, you elevate every single one of us in this room. And not only every single one of us in this room, but everybody all over the world. So it is my pleasure to officially call you to the Torah as a bat mitzvah. You can come on up. Tamad habachura habat mitzvah, Dvorah bat Avraham v'Sara la'aliyah Torah. And I'm going to say the blessing.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher baharbanu mikol hamim v'natam lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Let me get a check your Torah portion.
Tipul aleichem eimata v'fahad yidol zeruacha yidmuka aven ad yavor mechadonai ad yavor amsukanita tavi emo the emo the har nachaltecha machon l'shivtecha v'alta Adonai mikdash Adonai konenu yadecha Adonai imloch le'olam ba'ed ki vasus paro v'rikbo u'bafarashav bayam vayashav Adonai eleihem et mechai hayam u'v'nei Yisrael alehu vayabasha b'toch hayam.
After.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yasher koach. And then David is going to help us dress the Torah. We are continuing with Vizot HaTorah on page 29. Okay. We'll get it ready. David, yes. Mm-hmm. Vizot HaTorah asher shel Moshe livnei bnei Yisrael. Avi Adonai b'yad Moshe. Yalai lai 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 lai. Yalai lai 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 lai. Yalai lai 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 lai. Yalai lai 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 lai. Yalai lai 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 lai. Yalai lai 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 lai. Yalai lai 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 lai. Yalai lai 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 lai. And we continue with our Haftarah.
Please turn to page 30. Our Haftarah portion is taken from the book of Judges, chapter 4, beginning with verse 4. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bahar bin b'yim tovim, v'ratza v'divrehem, hane'emarim b'emet, Baruch atah Adonai, habocher b'torah, uv Moshe abdo Israel amo, uvin b'yei ha'emet v'tzedek.
Amen.
Udvara isha neviah, eshet lapidot hi shovta, et Yisrael be'et hahi, v'hi yoshevet tachat tomer, devara bein harama, uvein be'et el bahar, Ephraim v'ya'alu elecha b'nei Yisrael, lamishpat v'tishla v'tikra, levarak ben Abinoam, mikedesh Naphtali, v'tomer elav. Halo tzava Adonai Elohei Yisrael, lach umashachta bachar, tavor v'lakachta imcha, aseret alafim ish mibnei Naphtali, umibnei Zebulun, umashachti elecha el nachal, kishon et sisra, sar tzava, yavin ve'et rikbo, ve'et hamono, untatihu b'yadecha. We continue with the blessing after Haftarah on page 31. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, sur kol ha'olamim tzadik, v'chol hadorot ha'el ha'ne'eman, ha'omer ba'oseh ha'daber u'mkayem, shekol devarim emet v'tzedek. Al ha'torah va'al ha'avodah va'al ha'nbiyim, va'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh, shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu, L'kedusha v'limnucha l'chavod u'tifaret. Al hakol Adonai Eloheinu, anachnu modim lach u'mavarchim otach yitbarach. Simcha b'fi kol hai tamid le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha'shabbat.
Amen.
Please rise as we return the Torah to the ark.
It's Chaim hi l'machazikim ba v'tomecher me'usha derachecha darchenu v'chol tivotecha shalom hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva Chadesh Chadesh Yameinu Chadesh Yameinu kekedesh.
Please be seated. You can do it from here or from there, wherever you want.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you all for coming to my bat mitzvah. I truly appreciate everyone who's here, in person and virtually. So my Shabbat is a special one because it includes two songs. The Torah portion is the Song of the Sea, and the Haftarah is the Song of Devorah. My Haftarah is special to me because it's about Devorah. Devorah was not only a great person, but we also share a Hebrew name. She was a prophet and a judge, which in biblical terms means that she was the political, religious, and military leader of Israel at the time. My Torah portion does not specialize in the parting of the sea, but in what happened right after. God parts the sea for the Israelites and lets Pharaoh's men drown, but then the Israelites sing a song of gratitude for God, which is what my portion is about. This portion portrays God as a warrior, and it shows how the Israelites are extremely thankful for God, and they express that in the form of a song. The portion shows how deeply God cares for the Jewish people. My Haftarah shows the message that women were in power even a long time ago, and that there are many powerful women role models in the Hebrew Bible. Becoming a bat mitzvah is very important to me. Ever since I knew what it was, I knew that it was something that I wanted to do. Jewish tradition and heritage have always been important to me, whether that be celebrating Jewish holidays, going to services, or learning more about Judaism. When I started Hebrew in Sunday school, I realized that I loved reading Hebrew. I enjoyed reading prayers in front of the other Hebrew school classes, learning new prayers, and recently chanting them. When I was younger, I saw the Torah being passed down to every member of my family except me at my brother's bar mitzvah. Since I didn't understand what it meant to have the Torah passed to you, I thought that they were just leaving me out because I wasn't 13 yet. Now I realize the importance of the Torah being passed, and I'm very grateful to finally be a part of it. I'm so thankful for everyone coming to my service today because I know that it may be the first bat mitzvah service for many of you. I've put so much work and preparation into this service, and I'm excited and thankful that I can share it with all of you today. I spent countless nights reading prayers that I needed to perfect for my folder, and going to Hebrew school every Wednesday and Sunday school to practice, and refining and retouching my speeches so many times. I was originally supposed to have my bat mitzvah a week ago, on January 28th, but as you can tell, that didn't work out. And that was for one reason, and one reason only. My brother David realized that January 28th was his mock trial competition. And David is one dedicated and committed person. As a senior, David could not give up missing his mock trial competition to make it to my bat mitzvah. However, I'm now immensely grateful for him making me move my bat mitzvah because it gave me the perfect Torah and Haftarah portions and an extra week of practice. I've been so excited for my bat mitzvah that I created a countdown for it on my phone, months before. This has been the first thing on my mind for months, and I'm so excited and nervous that it's here now. So, Dad, thank you. Thank you for constantly supporting me, whether that be congratulating me for getting a good grade on a test, watching my theater performances whenever you can, and so much more that I can't just write in a speech. Thank you, too, for always helping me and doing fun things with me, whether that be playing games on our phones together, watching a movie with our favorite snack, popcorn, or ice skating with me and helping me when I fall down a lot. You never fail to make me laugh, and you're always there for me. Thank you. Thank you, Mom. Thank you for always helping me, whether that be caring for my pets whenever I don't get the chance to, helping me understand my homework, and especially planning this bat mitzvah. Thank you for really embracing Judaism, because if you hadn't, I wouldn't be up here right now. You do so much for me, and I cannot thank you enough. David. Thank you, David. You're the best brother ever, even though I may not show it all the time. I know that sometimes I get mad at you for almost everything you do, but we still, somehow, get along very well. You always make time to help me with my homework, or help me study for a test, or play a game with me. You're constantly nice to me no matter what, and I'm so thankful to have you as a brother. My grandparents don't speak English well, so I'm going to say something quickly in Russian to all of them. Baba Ella. Спасибо, Baba Ella. Я так благодарна за тебя, и спасибо за то, что ты нарисовала такие красивые картинки для моей бат-мицвы. Я очень тебя люблю. Спасибо. Баба Люся. Спасибо, я очень тебя люблю, и спасибо за все, что ты делаешь для меня. Деда Марат. My grandfather got sick, so he couldn't be here today. Спасибо, потому что ты всегда приносишь мне вещи и заботишься обо мне. Okay, now back to English. Tanya. Thank you, Tanya, for being with me my whole life and always caring for me. You've always helped me excel in anything I do, and I'm so grateful to have you in my life. Miss Shelley and Mr. Barry. Thank you, Mrs. Shelley and Mr. Barry. You have both made a huge impact in my life. Thank you, Miss Shelley, for teaching me about Judaism, immersing me in Jewish life, helping me with Hebrew, and caring for me. Without you, I would not be nearly as confident about this bat mitzvah as I am now. Thank you, Mr. Barry, for caring for my family and me and bringing us sweet treats. Just kidding about the treats, though we do appreciate them. Thank you both so much. Rabbi David and Cantor Lauren. Thank you, Rabbi David and Cantor Lauren, for preparing me for this bat mitzvah. If it weren't for both of you, I would not be standing up here right now. I thank you both for working with me, whether that be on speeches, chanting, or just Hebrew prayers, and I appreciated it all. So thank you to my ushers, and prepare yourself because I'm about to list off 8 names. Okay, thank you, Ella, Amelia, Ellington, Charlotte, Maya, Naomi, Becca, and Sophia. For however long I've been friends with you all, every second of our friendship has been amazing. Thank you so much for being my best friends, and I'm so grateful to have you all in my life. and Collegiate and Hebrew School people. Last but not least, thank you so much for everyone from Collegiate and Hebrew School for coming. It means so much to me that you've spent your Saturday morning at my bar mitzvah. Thank you.
So it's a test not only for her. For the second time I'm doing this in 4 years, and I'm as nervous as I was with David's bat mitzvah. So really appreciate everybody coming here today to share with us this wonderful, wonderful occasion. As quite a few probably know, English is my second language. So I'm going to have to supplement English with a couple of Russian words in my speech, and I apologize in advance. Nessa, you have many names within our family. Nessa, Neskin, Nessachka, Поросенок. But there's only one that truly matters to us. Папина радость и мамино счастье. Father's joy and mother's happiness. You're without a doubt our favorite daughter. You're a baby. You came into this world 13 years ago, 3.5 years after your brother. It took your mom and me that much time to figure out what to do with the first one and master the courage to have another one. And truth be told, I really, really wanted a boy. After all these years of learning, it just didn't make any sense to me to waste all this experience and start anew with a girl. But your mom had a different idea, and as it normally is within our family, she was right, I was wrong, and you were born. So from day one, you captured my heart, and I cannot imagine our family without you. Would be nice to take credit for such a wonderful daughter, but again, all the credit goes to your mom, except for the curly hair. It definitely came from you. You're named after two of your grandmothers. Nessa, after your grandma on final side, Nessa. And like you said, your Hebrew name is Deborah, after my grandma, Babushka Deba. As you already said, Deborah is one of the most extraordinary women in the Bible. She's the teacher of Torah, the worker for the temple, and the source of redemption for Israel. In the Haftarah portion that you read, Deborah is shown as a very strong woman who gives orders to Barak to go and fight. And later, as a thorough Jewish woman she actually goes to the battlefield with him to make sure that whatever she told him was done right. And then she sings. So you are just like her. Just like Deborah, you strive for perfection, and you never seem to give up. I remember when you were small, 3 or 4, we went to Great Wolf Lodge and water park, and you were trying to walk across the pool on these floaters that really, really didn't want to be walked on. So you must have fell in the water 20 times, but every time you would come back and try it again until finally you made it across the pool. So for you, if it takes 20 times to get to the right result, you will do it until you finally succeed. Whether it's practicing for your collegiate or time slip plays, until not only all of our family, but our dogs, guinea pigs, chinchilla, and parakeets know all the lines to every song. Or making sure that we're not late for school by reminding me and David 20 times in the morning that we had to leave 5 minutes ago. Or by telling your mom over and over and over and over again that you will eventually clean your room. Or working tirelessly on your Torah portion in the past several weeks, just to make sure that your chanting was absolutely perfect. You are the baby in our family. It may not seem to be easy to follow in the footsteps of your brother, but he has nothing on you but a couple of years. You're a very talented, happy, and sweet person. You're an amazing singer. You have a perfect pitch and a wonderful, wonderful voice. You are very creative. You are the creative director for Kaplan Children's Studios that's responsible for the best birthday movies ever. Your optimism and cheerfulness are intoxicating. When you smile, your face lights up, and it lights up everyone around you. When you laugh, neighbors can hear. And it's impossible not to laugh with you. And you are genuinely a very nice and compassionate person. And I'm so sorry that your grandfather, my dad, and your grandparents are not here to see what wonderful young woman you are. With Bat Mitzvah, you're becoming adult in Jewish tradition, a person that's fully responsible for her deeds and actions, which seems to directly contradict the fact that by turning 13, you're becoming officially a teenager, a creature notoriously unruly and disrespectful. And I pray and hope that the Jew within you will prevail within this internal struggle. Nessachka, I'm absolutely confident that when you grow up, you will excel in whatever you will eventually decide to do. But I'm also confident that you will remain what you already are, an incredible, beautiful, funny, and kind person that illuminates everything and everyone around you. May you have all your dreams come true. May you succeed in everything you do. May you know only health and happiness. And may you know that your parents and your brother are your absolutely biggest fans. And you will always be Papina radoсть, Mamina счастье, Father's happiness, Mother's joy. We love you. Mazel tov.
Now you have to endure my speech. So first I would like to thank everybody again for coming, either virtually or in person, for supporting Nessa and our family in this important event in our lives. During our lives in the United States, we were extremely lucky to have met people who became our dearest friends, like a family to us. And we wish all of you health and happiness, and sincerely thank you for being here with us today. When it was time to write my speech, Nessa said, "Mom, make it funny." It sounded more like a threat than a request, honestly. So for a second there, I was entertaining the idea of delegating it to David because he's pretty good at writing speeches. But then I thought he's going to use those smart words that I cannot pronounce, so I better do it myself. I did, though, delegate the funny part to Vadim, so this is going to be maybe serious. First, my dear Nessachka, as we tenderly call you, congratulations on such an important milestone in your life, becoming an adult, but Mitzvah in Jewish tradition. I think everybody would agree with me, you did an amazing job performing this ceremony. You put so much work and effort into getting ready for this day, like you do for everything important. It fills me with pride and joy and this bustling emotion that I cannot even put into words. To see you standing on a bima, literally beaming, proud of what you have accomplished, proud of your faith and heritage, with your head held high. I am so very happy for you. As you're aware of my childhood stories, I could not have even imagined it was possible. When I was 13, all I thought was to be unnoticeable and to try to hide that I'm Jewish, which was futile, of course. Being Jewish in my home country of Belarus was not something that one would be proud of. Furthermore, you were persecuted for it. So when we moved to USA, little by little, we learned that being Jewish is not a curse, but actually a great honor. However, I did not know a single thing about what it meant to be Jewish. There is a saying, God works in mysterious ways. As fate would have it, We moved across the street from Barry and Shelley Myers, who became one of our closest friends and great mentors on our road to learning about our faith. We have a great honor of having here with us today, as you met them, to witness your amazing ceremony and journey of embracing Judaism and be on the road to carry on our people's heritage. And I consider myself more than lucky to be in this country, and I will always be grateful to the United States and its people for accepting us and giving us a place to raise a family. I will never get tired of reminding you that it is a great privilege to be free, to be American. It gives you a great choice to stay strong and stay proud of your identity. As we were preparing for your bat mitzvah, we were looking through your photos, and I also realized how much I learned from you. Being a parent is not a one-way street where parents just get to raise their kids. Kids raise their parents in return. And I know it's wise to listen sometimes. And believe me, I do listen. Ever since you were a baby, your personality shined through. And it only became burning brighter with age. You are the kindest and the most caring person I know. You deeply care for everybody, starting from your pets to your family and friends. Everybody has a special place in that huge heart of yours. Your smile is absolutely contagious, and one literally cannot be in a bad mood in your presence. I can be, but nobody else can. You love life, you love to goof around and sing. If I can use a Christmas reference, spread the cheer for everyone to hear. You believe in best in people, and you wholeheartedly are accepting of everybody. You also taught me to get my priorities straight. What I mean by that is I have to think twice or more if my point is really that important before I engage in a debate with you. Because whoever knows you knows that it is not very easy to win any, and I mean any, it doesn't matter how big or small argument with Nessa, if she's set in her opinion. We're immensely proud of you. In our eyes, you're perfect just the way you are. It is every parent's dream that their children achieve more than they did and are better people than they are. And I think you are on the right path. It is my pledge to you that we will always support you no matter what. I will always listen and give thoughtful consideration to your opinion and have a two-way dialogue open. We will attend any event or performance or recital, no matter how big or small, if you want us to be there. And last, but absolutely not least, we will keep a constant yummy supply of snacks available for the team events. And because I'm a parent, I get to give you a word of advice or offer my wishes to you. First, I do understand you're a teenager and a young lady, but I still would like for you to let me hug you and squeeze you and hold you as tight as long as I want. And yes, I can touch and brush your hair as I see fit. I hope your sense of humor, positive attitude, and ability to let bad things and emotions go will serve you continuously for the rest of your life. I hope the smile never leaves your face and you stay this bright and genuine person that you are. You and David share a very special, close bond. You hear me say a lot that family is the most important thing in life. I do hope that the bond between you only gets stronger with time, and you will always be able to rely, support, and care for each other the way you do now. They say that the day you were born is the day God decided the world cannot exist without you. I hope you do forever attain that sense of what makes you you, and be true and honest to yourself. Use your God-given talents and opportunity to embrace the Jewish value of Tikkun Olam, a responsibility of Jewish people to work towards a better world, to repair it, to live it a little better than we found it. To quote your role model, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, whatever you choose to do, leave tracks. That means don't just do it for yourself. You will want to leave the world a little better for you having lived. Nessa, on this note, please look around you, look at all those people who came here to witness and support you, and try to make a mental picture of this amazing moment for the years to come. I'm proud of you, Nessachka, and I love you, Mazel Tov.
now it's my turn. I don't know how I'm going to do better than that, but I'll give it a shot. Nessa, I know you don't want this speech to be sappy and long, so I'll try to make it funny and short, but it might still be a little bit sappy. Let's get started. I'm going to be completely honest, I had some trouble deciding what to talk about. No matter what I wrote, it just never seemed to do you justice. I first tried to talk about who you are, but that just turned out to be impossible. You are far too many things, good and bad, mostly good, to fit into a 2-page, 14-point double-spaced speech. I then tried to take a page out of Rabbi Rapport's book and tell a story about you. But no matter how deep into my memories I looked, and I looked pretty deep, there was no single story, no event, no interaction that could properly portray the person that is Nessa Kaplan. I tried to talk about the meaning of a bat mitzvah, but I'm not you, so no matter what I said, it sounded kind of trite and cliche. Plus, I figured you have heard enough about what a bat mitzvah is for people who are much smarter than me already. I tried more things: our relationship as siblings, your hobbies, your interests, your manner of speech, your innate obsession with straight hair. I'm telling you, it looks better curled. Everything. Yet no matter what I wrote, no matter what sequence of progressively more and more obscure words from the vast English lexicon I put to paper, they just didn't fit. And when I finally took a step back, I understood what I was trying to say. There is no one box that fits you, of course. You are you and no one else. You conform to no expectation. You fit no mold sans the ones that you yourself make. You alter yourself to no one's opinion sans your own, and that, Nessa, is what makes you you. That burning desire to make your own way, to shine as bright as you possibly can in the infinitely vast night sky that we call life. And when you finally reach whatever seemingly impossible goal you have set for yourself, you set one more, and you shine ever brighter. If you ignore the limits that others try to place on you, Nessa, the sky is no longer the limit. The thing that sets you apart from everyone else is your unyielding motivation to better yourself and to take others with you. The reason I could find no story to describe you is because, of course, you are still writing yours. And with this ceremony, this bat mitzvah, you begin the next chapter in the grand epic that is your story. I would wish you luck, Nessa, but you won't need it. Luck has no hold on you. No matter the obstacles or setbacks that you may encounter on your adventures, I have the utmost confidence that you will find a way, your way, to overcome them. So Nessa, instead of luck, I shall offer you my encouragement. Don't be afraid to change your opinions, and the ever cliche advice you hear from literally everyone, be yourself. It's cliche for a reason, and for you it's pretty good advice. That's all I have to say to you, Nessa. Keep being you. The world will be better for it. Thank you for being my sister.
Thank you, Nessa. Thank you for leading the service so beautifully, chanting from the Torah, an amazing chanting, and reading from the prophets, and teaching us both about your Torah portion and your Haftarah and everything you've learned, and all the hard work that you put in becoming a bat mitzvah. I think your parents made the point that I was going to make, that you're so wise and talented. And what I love most, I don't think I ever heard it in almost 30 years from any bar bat mitzvah, that not only that you're good in Hebrew, you actually like Hebrew and you enjoy studying Hebrew. You have self-assurance, you have presence, you radiate power and might, and you know how to use your talents, and you're so young. And I want to tell you something about your name. I went to the guide of Hebrew names to find out why would people call their child Dvorah. In Hebrew, Dvorah has a double meaning. It's a bee that creates honey, meaning creates sweetness, and we say in Hebrew and also in English as sweet as honey, but it's also the name of the greatest female leader in the entire Bible, someone who was everything. She was a prophet, she was a judge, she was the political leader, she was the military leader. I mean, there was nothing that she was not leading there. And the guide for Hebrew names says the following, that parents who choose for their daughter the name Devorah want to show in it two things. One is a deep attachment and commitment to the Jewish tradition and to our sources. And the second thing is to give their daughter the value of women power, of women leadership, of charisma, and of self-assurance. If you don't believe me, we'll go. It's in Hebrew, but that's exactly what it says. And at the same time, to reassure the fact that they expect from her only sweetness and to be as sweet as honey, because from Dvorah comes sweetness. And you have all of it in you. Not only might and power that we can see from you, but also that sweetness that everybody who meets you, like you, everybody who meets you wants to be your friend. There's another aspect for the prophet Dvorah, the leader Dvorah. She's presented not just as Dvorah, not just her name and her family name, but also as part of a family, part of a community, and part of a people. And your family and you have such a deep connection, not only to our tradition, but also to one another. I don't remember, I'm going to go and check that, but I don't remember a sibling speaking in a bat or a bar mitzvah. It's always the parents, but not only speaking, but also with such love and admiration and support. You have such a strong Jewish identity, and your family is so proud of being Jewish, so proud of their connection to the Jewish community, to the people of Israel, and to the state and the land of Israel. And it's so wonderful to see that they have entrusted all that also to you. In your Haftarah, in the part that you didn't read, it says, B'itnadev am baruchu Adonai. When we dedicate, commit, and donate from our time and energy, God bless us. So I hope and wish for you that you will continue the tradition of your family of dedicating and committing and donating from your time and energy. My real hope and prayer is that you will do it at our temple, religious school and Hebrew school, but anywhere you will go, you will be a blessing, and God will bless you and everyone that is around you, everyone that has passed the Torah to you, and everyone that you will pass the Torah to them. And I hope and pray for you that your connection to our synagogue, to our congregation, and to the community of the Jewish community here in Louisville will only grow and will always be a connection and a commitment of love and support and respect on both ends. So Mazal Tov, and thank you.
Nessa, everybody has touched upon something that I was going to say. When I first met you, we sat down to pick your Torah portion. I was so excited because I feel such a special kinship to, it's called Shirat Hayam, as we talked about. And then we discovered we had the same Hebrew name, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I have just witnessed you, Nessa. This morning we talked about the people of Israel just walking into the ocean, right? And that they had to just they were soaking wet and they had to just keep moving forward, even though they didn't know what was on the other side. And we talked about how scary that is, and to step into something that is completely unknown. And oh my gosh, Nessa, look at what you did today. You stepped into something that you had worked so hard for, you were so prepared for, yet you had never done before. And not only did you just do it well, you elevated everybody. And I can see your whole soul and your whole heart just shining through your eyes, your face, your whole being, that strength of Miriam, the strength of the Jewish people, the strength of Devorah, the love and devotion and strength of your parents, and your brother, and your family. And so my blessing for you, Nessa, is that you always continue to radiate that love and that's strength. And your voice, your beautiful, beautiful voice that when you sing, Nessa, I can hear your soul come out through your voice. And so I hope that you and I will get lots of times to sing together, and that you will continue melding your love of music and Judaism together, and know that Rabbi and I and your whole community here at the temple are always going to support you and cheer you on. Mazel tov, my dear.
And we want to give you some gifts that are symbolic of your bat mitzvah. There's the entire Hebrew Bible with all 54 portions from the Torah and all the haftarot. So you have a long journey, hopefully, with that. There's a book about Jewish values from the Jewish community. And there is a tzedakah box to always remind us that the community needs us and needs us to volunteer and commit to help others, and as your mother said, to make our world a better one. And we want also to share with you the priestly benediction that is part of the Hebrew Bible, not your Torah portion, but way ahead in the book of Numbers in chapter 6, and we will do it in Hebrew and in English. May God always bless you and keep you and guard you. May God's face always shine towards you, and may God always be gracious to you. May Adonai our God always be present in your life, and may God guard you the most important blessing of all, the blessing of shalom, of peace and wellness and wholeness. Amen. And Mazal Tov. Our thoughts turn now to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. On this Shabbat, we remember especially Jose Maza, Henry Berg Brousseau, Raymond Sales, Gertrude Feldman, Sadie Katz, Harold Rosen, Henry Temas, Shirley Tanchester-Rees, Irving Fine, Tony Goldman, Seymour Radin, Silas Starr, Caroline Steinberg, David Zucker, S.P. Cy Auerbach, Helen Benovitz, Fanny Blumenson, Herbert Philip Grossman, Maurice Judah Jr., Alma Nussbaum, Lawrence Adelman, Joanne Klein, S. Harry Linker, Bess Miller, Nora Pribloda, Regina Sivak, Sam Baker, Lawrence Barr, James Levy, Zachar Milson, Sidney Tobin, Ida Cohen, William Benovitz, and in recent days, Michael Harry Brody, and through acts of terror in Israel, Ilya Sonsky, Asher Natan, Shaul Chai, Eli and Natalie Mizrahi, Rafael Ben Eliyahu, Irena Korlova. And there are also family members of Nessa that we remember. We remember Vladimir Yachminakov and Nesya Yachminakova. We remember Dvora Reichman and Boris Kaplan and Theodor Kaplan. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. With the blessed memories from our loved ones in our hearts, we turn to page 294 as we rise for the mourner's Kaddish. Please join me as we read together. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעולמי עולמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלל שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. זיכרונם לברכה, may the memory of our loved ones come to be a blessing and a benediction. Amen. I would like now to invite David and Vadim and Faina to join us as we say the blessing on the bread, so everyone can rush to the Kiddush luncheon and start eating. There will be some singing after that, so don't rush yet.
So would you like to? Good. Alrighty, we join together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Mazel tov. And we join together in Siman Tov and Mazel Tov. Siman Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov is Siman Tov. Siman Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov is Siman Tov. Siman Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov is Siman Tov. Yelanu, 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 Avechol Yisrael. Yelanu, Yelanu, Avechol Yisrael. Yelanu, Yelanu, Avechol Yisrael. Yelanu, Yelanu, Avechol Yisrael.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Everyone is invited to the Kiddush luncheon that the Kaplan family is doing in honor of Nessa becoming a bat mitzvah. And please try and say Shabbat Shalom to someone you never met before as you head there. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Let me give you guys a Mazel tov. You did it. Mazel tov. She was fabulous. Mazel tov. That was the best brother speech I've ever heard. And the only one, really. Oh my gosh. Haida Mazel tov. Oh, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. Now you get to celebrate. How do you feel? Better, right?